Hi, I'm Tati and I love libraries. And because I do love libraries so much, I decided to make some library-themed videos. Since I started making booktube videos, I have wanted to do something for Library Appreciation Week. However, I keep missing it. This year it was April 7th through the 13th, and I didn't do anything because I never planned far enough ahead in advance. So instead, I decided to make a month's worth of library-themed videos, and that month is going to be this month. So all the videos I make this month will be library-themed, mostly. I may have a couple of bonus videos in there. Also, that does not mean that I have a new video every day of the month. I literally cannot do that. However, every video that I do post, which I believe is going to be once a week, Tuesday and Friday, will be library related somehow. And I thought that a good way to start off this month would be with a tag, and I picked the library lovers tag, and I was not tagged to do this tag. I first saw this tag in a video from Books and Lala, which I will leave linked in the description, as well as the original video. Question 1 is, how often do you visit your local library? I think the best answer I have for this is about once a week. I feel like between picking up books that I have on hold and returning ones that I'm finished with, this is about how often I either go to the library myself or have someone else go for me, which my dad and sister do for me a lot. And if you count using my digital library, I do that basically on a daily basis, so I think it evens out to about once a week. Question 2 is separated into two parts. The first part is, are you the type of person who checks out more books than you know you can read? Or are you someone who checks out the exact amount of books you intend on reading before they are due? I wish I could say that I was someone who only checked out as much as they knew they could read. However, I always end up checking out more. 1, because there are just so many books that I want to read. 2, because I'm such a mood reader that I never know what I'm going to want to read. And 3, because I'm really bad at estimating how much I can read in a set period of time. For proof, see my October TBR video. Actually, don't. It's awful. And the second part of question 2 is, how many books do you check out each month? I don't actually know. I don't usually keep track of this. I have 11 checked out right now, plus 3 ebooks and an audiobook. So if I had to guess, I would say 15 to 20, but it really varies. Question number 3 is, how old were you when you got your first library card? I don't actually know the exact answer to this one either. I know I was pretty young. I'm pretty sure that in my library system you can get a library card as soon as you can spell your own name. And my parents used to take us to the library all the time, so I'm pretty sure I got it as soon as possible. Question 4 is, do you go to your library looking for a specific book, or do you check out anything that piques your interest? Most of the time when I do go to the library, it's because I have requested books that are waiting for me to pick up, and I don't even browse the shelves because who has free time? But if I do have free time, I do like to browse and pick up anything that looks interesting. Of course, browsing the shelves is how I used to pick out all the books I read in elementary and middle school before I figured out how to put books on hold. And I did recently go to the library, earlier today actually, and rented a whole bunch of books, some of which I picked out while browsing, and you'll get to see in an upcoming vlog, so stay tuned. Question number 5 is, do you use your library to check out just books, or do you also check out DVDs, audiobooks, etc.? And I do not check out just books. I do definitely check out DVDs and Blu-rays. I used to check out CDs and audiobooks a lot too. However, nowadays I usually just rent them digitally through Hoopla or Overdrive/Libby. And question number 6 is, from what section of the library do you check out the majority of your books? I would say that is definitely the young adult section. Sometimes I will check out books from the juvenile fiction collection, so elementary or middle grade. Sometimes I will check out nonfiction books. So I would say 99% of the time I check out young adult books. Question 7 is split into 2 parts. Part A is, what is your favorite part about using your local library? There are so many things, but I'm just gonna say free access to books is definitely my favorite thing about libraries in general. Some of my favorite things about my local library system are the awesome and pretty extensive young adult collection, the fact that I can request books, and part B of this question is, what is your least favorite thing about using your local library? I really don't want to complain about anything about my library because I think my library is awesome and I love using it. I could go with the fact that you don't have an unlimited amount of time to read your books. There's a date that they have to go back by, but that's just how libraries work and it's fair. Maybe my one complaint could be how shiny the books are when I try to film with them because they have that protective cover. However, I also understand why they have that protective cover, so I can't really complain about that either. And that was the Library Lovers book tag. Let me know in the comments if you use libraries and what your favorite part or least favorite part of using your local library are. Also, let me know what the last book you rented from the library was. One of the last books I rented was Dear Allie, How Do You Write a Book? And I am so excited to read this. And if you want to see everything else I rented, I am going to have a library book haul up next week, I believe. If you liked this video, please give it a like. I have new videos up every Tuesday and Friday, and like I said, this month they're all library related or themed. So subscribe if you want to see more. Thanks for watching. Bye. I think that's probably fine. We'll do it again just in case, but I never use the second one anyway, so. One of the last books I rented was Dear Allie, How Do You Write a Book? Which I'm so shiny. I'm not gonna put that in there. Your local library. Library. I feel like I'm saying it wrong and it's gonna bother me. Oh boy, what did I get myself into? That month is going to be this month, which is May. And because I do love libraries so much, I decided to make some library themed videos. And if I can't say library right, it's going to be really awful.